with you to do a bit of a different show today. So today is going to be a little bit different. We're mixing things up. So you might have seen this before. We have the I-cord knitter and we've made jewelry with it before. So it's a really cool, handy tool. I'm going to show you exactly how to use it. It's super fun, and I have, you guys, you always know I'm talking about my kids, and they came by and they're like, wow, that's amazing, as I was doing this. So it is one of those kind of like awe-inspiring tools that you're like, wow, this really works well and is fast. So I'm going to be showing you how to use the I-cord knitter, but we're doing something a little different. We're making trees. So I made a candy corn tree with the I-cord knitter, and I made this other knitted tree. And you can take this idea and you could just run with it. You could cover forms to make pumpkins. You could make Christmas trees. You could do this for any holiday. So you could just go crazy with this idea of covering an object with the knitted cord. So you can see what that looks like. Because I'm just bursting with ideas. I want to do a black one and I want to bead a spider to put on it. Like, I think you could just do so many things with this. So I'm going to teach you how to do it. I'm going to teach you how to use the I-cord knitter and how to create a candy corn tree. So we're going to have a lot of fun today. It's a little, like I said, it's a little bit of a departure. We usually do jewelry, but today we're going to be doing home decor, which is so fun because we are going into fall and then we're going to go into Christmas. Great time to do these type projects for yourself or for gifts. Really fun time of the year. And I see Laura is here. Hello, Laura. And Eric is saying these trees need no water and no trimming. Very true. That is a great observation, as I have a bunch of trees out back that need to be trimmed. Hello, Sue and Monica. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm trying to read the comments as they pop up. Hello, Tilly and Hannah from Iceland. Hello, and Santa Barbara girl. Yes, we're being corny today. I love it. Oh my gosh. Okay, I know that a bunch of other people joined us too. Thank you for joining us. I missed the comments because they went up really quickly. Again, if you are here on Art Beads, we are live. If you comment, I can read your comments live. We have Michelle and Eric here to help us as well. If you are over on YouTube or Facebook right now, pop on over to Art Beads. There's a link in your video that you're watching right now, and it will take you over to Art Beads. And then when you comment or ask a question, we can see it live and answer it and interact and talk. Hello, Susanna and LJ. Hello. All right, guys, I want to get right to this project. There's actually a lot to cover because I also want to teach you how to use the I-cord knitter if you haven't seen it in action before. We have done a couple shows in the past making jewelry with it. So if you do want to see some of the jewelry projects, Michelle can definitely provide links to those videos because you can add beads to it, you can add clasps, you can add buttons, lots of fun things you can do in the jewelry world with the I-cord knitter as well. But today we're doing holiday trees, which is gonna be so fun. Hello, Mary and BJ. Okay. Oh, perfect. Okay, so Santa Barbara girl is saying, I got this I-cord knitter, but haven't used it yet. So this is a perfect show for you because we're gonna refresh how to use it and then show a different idea of what to do with it. Okay, here we go. And we're gonna flip it down. And I actually made a little holiday scene right back here because I wanna show you all of this stuff. And so I'm going to flip my camera down, and we're going to be doing a lot of different camera work today to be able to show this off properly. All right, so here is my little candy corn tree up close. So it is all these wonderful knitted ropes, and this is what they look like when they come out of the I-cord knitter. So I pre-made the ropes to make a candy corn here. And so, because I thought, oh, that might take a little extra time here as we're doing the live, but I am going to show you how to make a rope. And I just made these ones, but we're going to create it around the form here. So we're going to make a little candy corn. You don't have to do candy corn. You can just do a pretty like multicolored yarn as well. So that's going to be something you can do that's a little easier than the candy corn. You can see what it looks like up top. So it's just this really pretty uniform, nice cord that you can make when you have this I-cord knitter. And like I said, you could cover anything with it. So yes, pumpkins, you can make pumpkins with this. You could do like different colored squashes. You could cover heart. So I'm using a styrofoam form as my base, but you think of all the different shapes that these styrofoam come in, And you could really just have so much fun covering them, making balls, all sorts of fun things like that. Okay, so I'm going to show you then, like if you want to use it for jewelry, of course you can make jewelry as well. Here is a little button and loop bracelet I made, a couple different styles here. And then you can also add end caps to it as well. And then I do want to share, just before we get going, this is a perfect time to pick up an I-cord knitter if you don't have one, because it is our deal of the week. So our deal of the week is half off the I-cord knitter. And we're also having free shipping over $19.99. So that's like our special right now. So that is awesome, because then you'll get free shipping. And when you buy 2 I-cord knitters, so if you want to give one as a gift for the holidays or a birthday, you get an amazing free gift of a tapestry needle, a seed bead blend, and if you have an ambient cord in your cart, you'll get one of your ambient cords for free as well. So really fun time to pick up an I-cord knitter. It is half off for our deal of the week. We are having that free shipping over $19.99 right now on the entire website. And then if you buy 2 I-cord knitters, you get that awesome free gift as well. And I just saw Sue's idea of a Christmas tree with beaded ornaments, and I'm in love. I think that would be so cute. Do this in green and bead your ornaments. You can even do like a beaded garland, like just a strand of beads wrapped around it, like a beaded garland on your tree. And you could even do like a beaded star. That would be so cool. I love that idea. All right, so if you're using yarn for the I-cord knitter, so when you get the I-cord knitter, this is what you get. You get the tool itself. You can see what it looks like right here. And I'm going to teach you how to use it. It's got this crank handle and all these rods and pegs, and we're going to show you how to use that. It has a guide right here and a guide right here. These are very important. It comes with this weight as well. This is neat. So if you are a Kumihimo fan, I have also taken the weight from my I-cord knitter and used it for Kumihimo braids as well, because it's a really nice weight. It also comes with a crochet hook, and you're going to be using it when you do the actual knitting in the machine. And it comes with very detailed instructions. So this is the packaging. And when you open it up, it has probably the best instructions I've ever seen on a written instruction sheet. It's super easy to follow, and it also tells you how to add beads. So you're going to get the instructions, you're going to get the machine, the weight, and the crochet hook as well. All right, so I definitely want to show you how to do this. So what I like to do, you can use ambient cord. So ambient's great, especially if you're going to use beads. Now, if you are going to be using yarn, I like to use a sport weight. So here is a sport weight, and then if you look back here, it says number 3. So I like to use a sport weight or a little bit lighter. So this is a good size. So this is the yarn I used for some of my colors. And then this was my other yarn right here. And this was a rayon. I think this was a wool. But again, it's that size 3 that you're looking for. So you want to be 3 or lighter. Oh, good, Monica. Okay, I'm glad. Yes, we're going to get right to the demo. All right, so then the only other thing you're going to need to eventually finish off your cord is a tapestry needle. And that's not included with the I-cord knitter, but it is included with that gift with purchase. If you buy 2 I-cord knitters that are both half off right now, you will get a tapestry needle free along with those seed beads and the ambient cord as well. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do this. It's really fun. Okay, so I've got my yarn right here, and I am going to take it, and I'm just working off of the ball of yarn. So we're not pre-cutting it. And it's got this guide right here. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to put it up through this guide and then into, I'm going to move this up a little. Like I said, we're going to be playing with our camera a lot today. Okay, and then we're going to take it and it's going to go down the well. You see there's like a nice hole right there. And it's just going to go down the well until you see it come out the bottom. So there you see it on the bottom. And now we're going to tie a little knot on the end. Again, let me play with my camera. I'm going to tie a little knot right there. And then we're going to slip on the weight. So we're just going to put the weight on by putting the thread, the yarn, I'm going to keep calling it thread, but the yarn through it. And then you see that little knot right there? You just tug it until it sticks in the bottom there. And that's what's going to secure it. So I would say the biggest thing with this I-cord tool when you're doing it is your tension. The tension is what's going to make your braid really nice and uniform. So here's what we're going to do. And so, oh, I see Eric posted a question. Can you use wax cord with this tool? I haven't done it. I don't know. I'm wondering if it might be a little too stiff. I'm always one who says experiment. We always love to experiment. So I'm not sure if you can do wax cord. I know you can do Amiot, you can do Eslon, you can do yarn, you can do lots of other soft textiles. Wax might be a little sticky in there. Okay, so if you look here, you see all these little hooks. You need to go in to begin with, and you need to open them all up. So you see that this one right here kind of has a little hook sticking out the bottom. To open them up, you just go in with the crochet hook that's provided and push it down. Just push it down so that all your hooks are open. Here's a good shot of this one. Just push it down so all your hooks are completely open, like so. Then you want to make sure that this is properly in this guide, and then here's a top guide as well. I'm going to pull this up so that my weight is off the table. So I don't want my weight to be sitting on the table. That's not going to give the tension I need. So I want the weight off the table. And then I'm going to just pull that all the way up so it's up sitting near the bottom. And I just like to hold it like this. I grab it like so that I'm actually creating tension with my hand right here. And you can see the well. So now what we want to do is we want to just crank the handle. So we're going to crank the handle. Again, I'm going to try to get you the best shot I can here. And we want it to latch on to the first hook. So we're cranking it clockwise. So let's see. Okay. Okay, didn't grab the first one, but it grabbed the second one there. So you see how we're latched onto one hook? All right, so now what we want to do is we want to turn it, but we don't want it to latch on to the next hook. So we're going to go in there with our crochet hook, and all of this is in the instructions, and we're going to pop that strand behind the second hook. Now we want it to latch on to the next hook, and now we want to pop it behind what is essentially the fourth hook. And that's all the popping behind we have to do. And now we're just going to crank. And if you can see here, it's making like a web design. And it's pulling the cord down through the middle because of the weight. This is the only time it's good to be cranky. All right, and it's releasing the previous loop as it pulls the next loop. So it's really interesting what it's doing here. And then you can start to go a little faster. And you just keep cranking. And see, this really cool webbing is appearing. And then we're just gonna keep going. And this would be great for garlands as well. I definitely am gonna be making some garlands and then doing some pom-poms hanging off of them. And maybe like some felt ghosts as well. Okay, so I want to see if I can move my camera so you guys can really see what's happening here. So I've got this weight, it's hanging. My hand is creating the rest of the tension. And this is just coming off of the ball of yarn here. And you just kind of keep getting a little bit more yarn and crank. And you can see I can start to go a lot faster. Once you get that initial braid started, you can keep going faster. It does tend to swirl a little bit around your yarn if your yarn is too close to your weight. Okay, and look, it's already coming through. So we've already made a lot of braid, and I'm going to keep going. And what you can do as well is you can move your weight up along your braid too if you need to. So I'm going to show you guys here so you can see it feed through. So here it is. And look at that, just feed through. It's crazy. This is where I was getting the wow effect from my family as I was doing this. They're like, you did so much, it was so fast. And it really is. It's pretty crazy when you think about it. And so here, so you can see how it looks. It's just feeding through the bottom. And I'm going to move my camera because thank goodness I got a camera that I can move. And I'm just going to do a little bit more here. It's so fun. And you just keep going and it keeps cranking out and it keeps getting longer. And you can go pretty darn fast. Okay, look at how long that is already. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to show you how to take it off, because that's important too. We need to know how to remove this and finish it. But this is our cord. So this is really cool. So this is how much we did just in that minute. And so what I want to do now is I want to show you how to take it off. So when you take it off, you want to make sure that your weight is no longer hanging. So you can take your weight off if you want and put it aside, because you don't want the weight to be at play right now. So now what you're going to do is you're just going to cut your end. Now I like to cut so I have about maybe 8 inches or so, 8, 9. So I just cut it off. So I just got that tail. And now you're going to crank counterclockwise. So if you look in here into the well, we're now cranking the other way. Oh, if you put tubing inside, it would be kind of like silver silk. Oh, I could see that. Yeah, I think there's so many things you could do with this tool. I am really excited to kind of push its limits and see what I can do, because it works really, really well. So I'm just going counterclockwise. And let me just get this tail out of here, this way here. Okay, so keep going counterclockwise until it all pops off. So you see how they've popped off of their little hooks? Let's see, are they all off? They should, oh, so the hook got caught on my tail because my tail got stuck in there. But let's see, I'll just pull that off. It was a little grabby with my tail. Okay. Okay, so once it's all off the hook, so you see how it's all popped off, just go ahead and pull. Oops, it's not all popped off. There's still one on there. Come on. You could always use your crochet hook to help it. Okay, so now what you can do is you can either dump it out the front or pull it out the bottom. I'm just going to pull from the bottom. Okay, so we are done with this tool for now. So now what we have to do is we have to secure our ends. So it looks like this. So this is where that tapestry needle comes in. So you're going to take a tapestry needle. Now a tapestry needle is nice because it has a nice big eye to it. And we're going to thread it onto the end of our thread here, or our yarn. I'm always going to call it thread because I'm so much more used to working with threads. Okay. I keep getting all but one little strand. All right, so I'm going to cut my strand because it's a little frayed. Oh, hello, PJ. Okay. Oh my gosh, that one little strand. You know what? I don't think it's going to be a bother. I'm going to try to do it with that one little strand hanging out. Okay, so you've essentially got 4 little loops now on the ends. So you're just going to take your tapestry needle and go through the loops. So see, just going through the loops. And I'm not pulling tight yet. I'm just loosely going through the loops. Yes, Sue, I think you can, but I don't know if Peaches and Cream is a 3 or a 4 weight. I know exactly what you're talking about. But yes, you can use cotton. Oh, that one little strand is hanging me up because I didn't get it in my tapestry needle. Well, let me go through here and then I'm going to try to fix that. Okay, so I'm going to go through all 4 loops. Yeah, but cotton yarn is definitely possible. All right, so I had one little strand that I couldn't get in my tapestry needle, so it's kind of hanging out here, but I'm just not going to worry about it. I think it's going to work fine. Okay, once you've gone through all 4, so you've done like a circular round, you just start to pull them, and I like to kind of help them. Okay, and then you've kind of got a knot here, but I'm going to tie another knot just for good measure. You can use a lot of different yarns. Like I mixed wool and rayon. So like this is a rayon and these 2 are wool because I like their colors. They have the good candy corn colors. Yes, let me see the variegated yarn. Let me see if I have the label for it. Okay, I've got that one little thing hanging out. But, oh, there he goes. He kind of trimmed up. Okay, this is the variegated yarn and the label for it was this. This is what I used. So it is rayon from bamboo and it is size 3. Oh, so this was the white one. I don't know. Let me see. Is this the other one that was the variegated color? Where's that color code? Multicolored. Marigold. This was a marigold multicolor, size 3. And this was loops and threads. And then the other ones were this one. This was a superwash, and this was a sport. So this was the merino wool. But both are the sport weight, the size 3 weight. And I find that's the easiest to work with in the I-cord knitter for me. And it gives a nice size to it too, because you could make a bracelet out of this. You could do like a wrapped bracelet, and that's a really nice size as well. Okay, so this is how much we made in just what? Was that even 5 minutes? It was so fast. We made a huge amount of cord in just that time. So for this little guy here, if you want to recreate this one, I used a 6-inch cone and it took 160 inches of the braid to do it. And that sounds like a lot. This was 160 inches of braid, but you could see how quickly it went. It didn't take much time at all to do it. And I did it in this pretty variegated color. Now for the candy corn, I took measurements of what I did because I kind of estimated it. Again, I started with a 6-inch cone and we're going to do this right here, right now. So you're going to see this. So I started with the cone and then I shaved its sides a little bit with a knife. So I trimmed its sides so it was a little bit more of that flat candy corn shape. So I literally just took a knife and I shaved off a little bit of the roundness on 2 sides. And I just used my kitchen knife for that. So it wasn't any special tool or anything like that. So we're going to start at the top and then we're going to work our way down. And when we run out of braid, we're just going to shave off the bottom. So it's really easy to do and you don't have to stress too much about your lengths. But I will tell you that for this one here, I had 30 inches of white, I had 28 inches of orange, and 34 inches of yellow. And it went really, really fast. For the ones that I've pre-made, because I pre-made a bunch of these cool cords, I have 35 inches of each color. So that is the kind of sizing there. Hello, Mary. Okay, So for anyone who is just joining us, we have a kind of a really fun show today. We're doing home decor. We're doing some holiday harvest trees, but we've had some great ideas. Like you could do a Christmas tree in green with beaded ornaments. You could do, you can make a Frankencord. Yes. You can do Valentine's Day, Halloween, all different things. You could cover round balls. You can cover pumpkin shapes. And it's going to be this exact same technique that I'm going to show you right now on how to cover these styrofoam, basically objects, and be able to create your shapes. But we're going to do candy corn today because I need a candy corn village in my life, and that's what I'm going to make. We are also having a really amazing deal of the week, which is the I-cord knitter is half off. It's 50% off, so you get the knitting tool, you get the weight, you get the crochet hook, and the instructions is half off. And then also if you buy two, each at half off, you get an amazing gift with purchase, which is a tapestry needle, a seed bead blend, and if you put an Amite cord into your cart, that will also be free, one of them. So if you put an Amite cord, one of your Amite cords to use with the I-cord knitter will also be free. So pretty cool deal of the week. So you can keep one and give one as a gift, which I think these would make great gifts. All right, guys, so let's prep the work surface because we're gonna have fun making a candy corn. So we've got our stripes here. So I'm going to just trim my tails. They're knotted, so I don't have to worry that they're gonna come undone. I'm just gonna trim them a little bit, get rid of some of the excess. Oh, and it is free shipping over $19.99 right now too on Art Beads. So that's cool as well. So you could buy a I-cord knitter at half off and qualify for free shipping. Okay, so we've done that and you see all these lengths of cord. And I have just some parchment paper here on my work surface. I'm gonna have a few pins ready. I don't know if you really need the pins, but I'm gonna have a few ready. And we are going to be using a glue gun. So I have a glue gun here that I am going to plug in so it can start to heat up. Oh, thank you. Michelle added some green Eslon. So I have my glue gun. I'm just going to plug it in. Okay, so that needs to heat for a few minutes before it starts working. I should have probably heated that up a few minutes ago. I'm just using a surface here that'll be protecting my table. So I'm gonna have this off camera, but it's just basically sitting up, heating up. So as we are waiting for that to heat up, I'm gonna show you what I'm using as my tree bases. So these are my tree bases. And I found these. These are candlestick holders, but they're nice because they're all different sizes. And I think they're gonna make a great tree base. So you can paint these, you can put glitter on them, you can wrap them in ribbon. I think you could do a lot with them. I like the natural wood. When we do our Halloween decor, I have a lot of kind of rustic natural wood elements. So these worked really well just to be this color. But you can definitely stain them, do all sorts of things with them. Okay, so I'm gonna get those guys ready. I've got my pins ready. And what else? So here is this one. We'll look at this one again. We're just waiting for that glue gun to warm up. But yeah, and it went really fast. Like I said, this is 160 inches, which sounds like so much. I am getting crafty, Tilly. I'm loving it. There's going to be a lot of garlands happening in my house this year too with this. These I just got at a craft store. These were and they were in the wood section. And they were just they were called candlestick holders. So I just went to my local craft store and picked them up. Great question. Wait, I missed a comment. I saw something about a half ball. What does a half ball become? I would love to see that. Oh, how long is the cord? I just knitted. Oh, great question. Where did that go? And I actually do have my measuring tape because I was using my measuring tape a lot for this. Okay, so I don't even know how long we spent knitting it. It probably wasn't more than 3 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. And that was already about 10.5 inches. So we knitted 10.5 inches in just a few minutes. But think how pretty that would be as like a garland. Like I really want to drape it. And you sometimes see little things come off of the garland, whether they're little felt things or pom-poms or ghosties. I think that would be really fun. Oh, mushrooms. Yes. Okay, now I see what the comment was. Yes, we got to do mushrooms, guys. That would be so cute. And you can definitely add beads to these. I didn't have the right color beads on me, but I could even see doing just a single row of beads right here. Like you can definitely bead these up, or you can do some spiral beading around here, just strands that you glue in place. There's really a lot you can do with this. I think my whole Christmas is going to be an I-cord knitter Christmas because I'm going to just find more and more applications as I go on, and it's going to be really fun to do. I mean, you can even do napkin rings, and you can do ornaments, and oh my gosh, a toad. Yes, you could do little creatures. Oh guys, I'll show you that as we're waiting for my glue gun to warm up. So I do amigurumi. I think that's how you say it. I never feel like I do. So I have these little eyes on hand, if I can open them. So I have this little set of eyes. I was even thinking, how cute would it be to stick little eyes on the candy corn? I think you could definitely put little faces. You could do googly eyes too, but if you know, these are these little eyes that come for the crocheted little critters. But I thought that would be really cute to put eyes on them as well. I saw a question, I think, about metallic cord, if it's soft enough and thin enough. So your only limitation is really what's going to fit through this channel. Now, I will say also, the super fuzzy yarns are going to be a little harder because they're going to get a little bit more caught on here. But like this wool blend was very, very easy to work with. So this is a nice one here. So that would be your only real limitation, is you just need to make sure that the finished braid can easily go through that center well and won't be too thick. That's why I like a sport weight. Oh, yes. I love that. Okay, Myra, great idea. Yeah. Oh, you know what I've also wanted to try with this that might be for a future show? I wonder if you could thread memory wire through this. I'm kind of feeling like, I wonder if you could, like, just get some memory wire, feed it through that, and make it so that it's like a nice solid round. And that kind of goes into Myra's idea of the hoop earring. So that could be really fun. All right, I think my glue gun, let me see if it's ready. It should be ready any second. Oh, yep, it's ready. Good. Okay, so I've heated up my glue gun, and it's nothing fancy. It's just a regular glue gun. So here is my candy corn, and we're going to start at the top. So we're going to grab our white, because we've got white for our candy corn. So we've got our white cord. Okay, I'm just going to put some glue gun action here. I'm just going to put a little swirl along the top. Now my cones did not come with a point. I don't know why. I don't know why that they are not pointed, but they're not. Okay, so I've got this little tail. I'm just going to kind of fold that tail under a little bit, so it kind of disappears. And I'm just going to start to lay my cord, literally just laying it into the glue. And I think I read for glue sticks, you have like 15 seconds to work with it. So see how that just went into the glue. Now we're just going to, and I need to change the position of my glue gun because it is on my left side, and that's gonna be hard for me. Here. Okay, so now you just go little by little, and we're just gonna add a row of glue. And you don't need a ton, it sticks to it really well. So imagine you're doing mushrooms or you're doing anything else, it'd be the exact same technique. And we're just going to continue to push it into that little bit of glue that we have, that we laid. And then when we get to the point that we're out of glue, we add more glue. And we're just swirling it. I'm trying to figure out where to put this glue gun so it's kind of out of the way. The camera is a little bit in the way of the glue gun. Okay, so we just keep going. And you just are laying it nice and pretty even. You don't have to try to stretch it or anything. Let's see, there we go. Okay. I love all the hearts. Thank you guys. So I was so excited to get into this project. I did kind of forget to go over some of the basics. I know we talked about if you are on YouTube and you're trying to comment, please definitely feel free to. Just know we can't see those comments live. So if you follow the link in your video, you will come over to Art Beads. And then when you comment, we can talk back and forth and we can see them live here. There's that heart button, which I so appreciate seeing the hearts. And then there's a share icon if you like this and want to share it with your friends. There's a little like arrow to share. And then there's that shopping bag, which has everything I'm working with preloaded. I did put some tapestry needles in there, the I-cord knitter. I also put some finishing items if you wanted to make bracelets with the I-cord knitter. So I put some buttons in there and ribbon ends and things like that. So you see how we're starting to build this? So we're just swirling it. And we're just going to keep going. And then I'm going to show you how to transition to your next color. But hopefully it's pretty easy to kind of see that you could do this for anything you wanted to do. You could also just do it as an accent. It doesn't have to be fully knitted. Like you can just do a knitted row accent on something. And so I don't need the pins. Because at first I thought I would need the pins to keep it stabilized, but it is really stable. Yeah, definitely. If you like this and want to share this project with friends and family, use that little share arrow icon. This is a fun craft for the holidays. Even if your friends are not necessarily jewelry makers, I think that this is something that a lot of people would enjoy doing. I definitely got so many like wows as I was doing this, which was awesome. I love that. Okay, so I'm down to the last bit of my cord. So you can see this right here. Oh, I just saw something about a felting show. I want to do a felting show. I can felt. I love felting. Okay, so here we go. We're just going to basically finish it off. And this now is going to be the back. So this is where it's ending. Okay, and now we're just going to add the next color. So for our candy corn, because we're doing a candy corn, it's going to be orange. So I'm going to go right over where I ended and make a nice little line. Grab my end, and now I've got this tail right here. I'm just going to kind of try to tuck the tail a little bit under right there, and I think I am going to pull a pin in. So I'm just going to grab one of my sewing pins, and I'm just going to put a little pin right there to kind of stabilize it. And this is the back. So I'm more concerned that the front looks a little bit more perfect because there are going to be joins in the back. There should definitely be blue colors of Eslon. I know Amiot has some blue as well. Both Eslon and Amiot work well with the I-cord knitter if you are doing jewelry or like adding beads to them. They both work really well. And Michelle can definitely add anything that we have questions about or want to see to that shopping bag. Okay. Okay. And I will say that my glue gun was very inexpensive. This is not a fancy glue gun. I think I paid about $3 for it, $3 or $4. So it was nothing fancy. It's just your regular old glue gun. But definitely I am going to have a whole mantle set of these candy corns. And some definitely might get eyeballs, because I think the eyes would be really cute on them. Okay, so you see how we're building it out and it becomes thicker. So because we've got the cord on here, it's becoming thicker. And I do want to get to the point where we finish this off, because I want to show you how to trim it, your styrofoam, and how to add your base as well. So I want to be able to show those two different things. So let me just keep going here. I'm going to need another glue stick in here. Okay. But I feel like you could do this for any season, which is fun. All you need is the yarn. So once you have the tool, all you're going to need is your different colors of yarn. So your pinks for Valentine's Day, you could cover hearts, you could cover wreaths, lots of different things you could do. Okay. Okay, we're almost done with the orange, and then we just add the yellow, and then we'll trim this because it's going to be a little bit, with the 35 inches of each cord, is going to be just a little bit short, which is fine. I found it easier. If you start from the top, you can always trim the base. If you start from the base, you're not going to be so easily able to trim the top. So go ahead and always start from your top with your winding, and then work your way down, and then we'll trim up the base here in just a minute. Put that in. Okay, now we're ready for our yellow. Same deal. I'm going to try to basically just tuck that under it a little bit. And again, here is our back side, so I'm not so worried about it having like the little overlapping. And we're just going to go right there. And I do feel like I like to stick a pin in the join. It just seems like a wise thing to do. We can always pull those pins out. But I love the mushroom idea too. I think that's super cute. The beaded Christmas tree is going to be fun. I think you could do a ton of ornaments. We hand make ornaments in our family every year. It's a tradition. And so I feel like definitely you could hand make ornaments with this. And that's just a little bit of styrofoam dust right there. Oh, thank you, LJ. I hope it's coming across that it's pretty easy to do, because it really is. It's not hard at all to do this. Okay. And that cord is so perfect and uniform. It makes a really nice finished product. And it's the tension. So I'd say that's the biggest thing with the I-cord knitter, is just keeping that weight on it on the bottom, making it so that it hovers above your table, and then keeping your hand on the side of it to kind of guide your thread or yarn through it so that it's nice and uniform. But it's kind of like kumihimo. When we've done kumihimo before, a lot comes down to the tension of it. Okay, we're almost done with our candy corn. And then just that reminder, if you are wanting to pick up an I-cord knitter, this is a great time to do it. It is our deal of the week. It is half off. And then we also are having that extra super special where if you buy 2, you get a wonderful free gift with purchase of a tapestry needle, the seed bead blend, and an Amiot cord as well. So that's pretty awesome. Okay, we're getting there, guys. All right, this is what we have so far. I love this. How about a red mushroom with white pellets for the spots? I love it. Yes, yes. And think of the different things you could do beads with. Like I was even thinking like prestige margarita beads on a Christmas one would be really pretty because they're like that flat flower that you can even put like a pin through. Okay, so when you get down to having about this much left, so you see what I have left, let's measure tape here. When you have about 10, 12 inches left is when I would trim your base because this is too long. Now you could just braid more. So you could just do a longer braid or add another braid down here if you like. I kind of was going on the idea that I would cover it as long as I could until I got towards the base where I only had another round or so to go. But I want to trim it before I add that last round. So to trim it, I am going to grab a board. It's like my craft cutting board. And I probably put my knife away. Oh, here it is. Okay. So I am going to just keep this off to the side and I am just going to slice it right here. I'm just going to cut it. Oh, we are full 70s crafting. I love it too. All right, I'm going to trim it fairly close to it so that my last round covers the rest of the styrofoam. And the way I just do this is I kind of just put it on my board. There you go. You just trim it away. You can keep cutting it. And then what I do want to do is I want to make sure it stands up straight. And it does. I love it. We do crafts. Well, I think if you are a jewelry maker, you are probably also a crafter because there's so much overlap. We love to create and design. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do our last round here. So we're going to go from where we started or where we left off. We are going to do our glue gun round in here. Okay, I'm going to put that on, go around. And I'll trim off all those little, not trim off, but I'll dust off all those fuzzies at the very end. Okay. Oh, great idea, BJ. Yeah, she said a bread knife or an electric knife works well. Yeah. For those who do love to craft, probably cutting styrofoam is not something new to you because styrofoam is so versatile. I think we've all used it with so many projects. So now I've got this tail here. I'm just kind of working its way in around the edge here. Oh, that's wonderful, Nancy. I love it. Good. Oh my gosh. And we have to share pictures on Serious Art Beaters, the Facebook group, of what we make. Because I think it'd be really fun to see everybody's trees and pumpkins and mushrooms and toads. Okay, so this last little bit, I don't really want to see it in the front, so I'm just kind of stopping it right there, pulling that tail in, and we're done. So all we have to do now is add our base. But here's our candy corn. So he could totally sit just on the table. If you don't want to put a base on him, you can just have all these different heights of candy corns, which would be so cute. So I'm going to add the base now. So this pack that I got of these little candlesticks came in a bunch of different heights. So I've got my 2 trees already. You can see my 2 little trees. So now which one do I want? This one or this one? Oh, I kind of like the tall one. I think we're going to do a tall candy corn. Oh, I see all the hearts. Okay, let's do a tall candy corn. You could take the pins out now too. It's all dry. So that's totally dry. This is ready to go. And Michelle just put up the link or the hashtag for Serious Art Beaters. It's our Facebook group, so you can share all your I-cord designs there. All right, let's put some glue. I put it right on the base here. I was pretty generous. I'm going to be keeping this as a decoration for every year, so I want it to stay together. And then I'm just going to put it down on the bottom here. stick it upright, and we have a candy corn tree. I love it. All right, I'm going to have to report back how many of these I make because I definitely am going to be making a lot of these. But those are our little candy corn trees. Okay, I'm going to flip the camera up so I could say goodbye for today. But if you end up doing these or any variation of them or the mushrooms or the toads, please put pictures up on our Facebook group of Serious Art Beaters, hashtag Serious Art Beaters, because we would love to see them. And then again, if you have anything in your shopping cart, please remember to check out, take advantage of that deal of the week. It is definitely a limited time deal where you can get the I-cord knitter, which is right here, at 50% off. You buy 2 of them, you get that awesome gift with purchase. Those 3 items, so it's actually like 3 gifts with purchase. You're still gonna get the half off, and you're gonna get free shipping, because right now it's free shipping over $19.99. So great time to pick this up. Okay, you could stack 3 different sizes. Oh, the comment went too fast. I was just seeing 3 different sizes, I think on top of each other, which was so cute. That was a great idea. All right, let me flip the camera. Yay, candy corn trees. And now we have to do Christmas trees, and now we have to do mushrooms. But here was the sample one, because this one's totally dry. Thank you guys for joining me. It was really fun. I will let you know if I put eyeballs. I think I'm gonna put eyeballs on at least one of them. I think that would be really cute. But please have fun with them. I would love to see what you guys come up with. Think about garlands too. You could just make a huge, beautiful Christmas tree garland with the I-cord knitter, a mantle garland, lots of things you can do. Oh, thank you, Monica and Sue, thank you. Guys, have fun, play, be whimsical, create decorations. It is getting to be that time of year where we all get to decorate. It's so fun. Thank you guys for joining me. I will keep you posted on all my I-cord creations because I think this is the start of just a whole obsession of mine. So I will keep you guys posted and I'll share them in different shows. Some googly eyes. Yes, googly eyes would be perfect, Tilly. It'd be so cute with googly eyes. So, all right, guys, have a great rest of your day. I'll be here Saturday again. So I'm going to do another special Saturday show at 8 a.m. Pacific time on Saturday here at Art Beads. So we'll do some more playing. All right, take care of